what is going on. After nearly a month-long standoff over public unions and the issue of collective bargaining, Republican senators have made their move. They voted to take away almost all collective bargaining rights from public workers without any Democrats present. Remember, they're all on the lam in Chicago. They came up with a way to bypass the missing senators, and let me explain how they did this. When this was part of the state budget, it was considered a fiscal bill. A fiscal bill needed a quorum of 20 in the Senate in Wisconsin. There are only 19 Republicans, so they needed a Democrat. They couldn't get any. They have stripped this piece of the bill out, made it a standalone bill, so it relates only to collective bargaining. So they claim it is no longer a fiscal bill. They need a quorum of only a simple majority, which they have in the Senate with their 19 Republicans. So they took it out, made it a standalone bill, and passed it 18-1. One brave Republican opposed it in the vote that was rammed through the Republican Senate in Wisconsin tonight. We're going to talk to an angry Democratic senator in a moment, but first, let's go to the 10th seat in Madison with CNN reporter Ed Lavandera standing by. Ed, tell us what you've just witnessed out there in Madison and who's screaming and shouting about it.
Well, Elliot, it was an absolutely incredible scene here as word started to trickle out that Republicans were calling a committee meeting late this afternoon. And in less than 2 hours, all of this went through a committee hearing and onto the floor of the Senate. Thousands of protesters, union supporters, rushed out here to the Capitol. You can hear the honking here in downtown Madison. There are several thousand people trying to get inside to the Capitol right now. They think a lot of this is still going on. Inside the Capitol building, in the committee hearing room, there was only room for about 20 observers. So you might imagine the chanting and the screaming was incredibly intense. A huge amount of anger out here tonight over the way this has been handled. But, of course, the Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin praising it, the majority leader of the Senate saying that they had to do this at this point because they felt that negotiations with the Democratic leadership had completely stalled out, so they decided to go this way. And essentially, as you mentioned, Elliot, they've stripped out the portions of the bill that they can't pass that aren't fiscal, so that includes the collective bargaining reforms and also the 12% health care premium and the 5% pension contribution. Those are the aspects of the bill that have been passed out here tonight. Now it moves on to the assembly portion, so this hasn't completely passed out of the legislature here in Wisconsin, but it will very quickly. We anticipate that will continue to move on tomorrow morning and reach the governor's desk very soon, unless there's some other roadblocks that get thrown up here in the way. But right now, thousands of angry people descending here on the Capitol in Madison. Elliot?
You know, Ed, just a factual question, just so it's clear to folks. The Republican Senate has passed it. The Assembly, also controlled by Republicans, you think will do